What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today my buddy Wayne Lee and I are going to do some fun play sparring, but instead of just posting it for you, I'm going to actually commentate at the same time. And if you wait around, I'm going to actually do a little bit of a breakdown that I share with Wayne on how to counter a southpaw low kick. This whole sparring session for us is just about fun. We've trained together many times, we've sparred together hard many times, but we're just trying to play around and enjoy each other's company while doing the sport we love. So let's get right into it. There'll be a little bit of off-camera sparring, just like that, but for the most part we'll stay in the middle. What you're going to be looking at in a moment is the left roundhouse kick of a southpaw and how I prefer to counter it. You're going to see Wayne execute that technique after he sees me do it to him, and then I just do a little verbal breakdown for him of why I like it. So you can see from here I've switched to southpaw, throwing that round kick. Sometimes it's just fun to do that switch and just see how you can do from that opposing stance. So I'm hucking it up a couple times, and maybe Wayne just actually does this on his own. I thought I might have thrown it. So there, see, he blocks the round kick with a double hand check. I call that cross blocking. Now he's just saying right now that it works quite well, so I go into a little tutorial here sharing with him how I've been successful against southpaws. You ride the momentum of the opponent's kick. So whichever direction they kick you, you move with it to lessen the impact, and then you throw your lead leg to their standing leg. You're going to attack that standing leg because it's exposed and they're very, very heavy on it. So as I kick him, he rolls with it and he steps and attacks that leg. In my experience, you can take 5 or 6 hard shots off the arms with that double hand block, but they can only take 3 or 4 down to the leg before the average southpaw, in my experience, begins to buckle down. And it's just like that. It's fantastic. So if you've been looking for a little trick on how to defeat southpaws, I would suggest trying out that. Little break from the sparring there just to give them some instruction on my favorite way to counter the southpaw. Now we're back to sparring. Playful, fun rounds where we both do nice high-level stuff and we're just both trying to minimize damage. I don't think with Wayne in the last few years when I've been sparring with him that I've ever even got clipped harder than like a little tap to the head. Obviously we chop each other's legs a tiny bit harder and we'll throw some body shots occasionally where they land, but not enough that anybody is going to get winded. The main thing is we just want to minimize that head damage. So you can see us noticeably slow those shots down, but we can still do fun things like skipping front kicks in scissor style. From here we're moving into our second round. I'm just going to post 2 today. I had a couple more, but I don't want this video to go on for too long. What I'm looking to accomplish, that's more what I want to talk about in this round here as I commentate. What I'm looking to accomplish when I'm going light is to not take much damage to the head. Obviously I know I'm safe, so I can really work on blocking techniques correctly. You might think, oh, this is a good chance to try out your offense, and it definitely is. You can challenge yourself in new ways offensively, but defensively, you can really try and go, okay, I'm going to make it my goal not to get hit. Like right there. That's not good. We don't want those moments where we phase out, or that front kick that landed. Those are bad moments for me, especially at this slower pace. So it's a great time to dial in that defense. Obviously challenge yourself offensively by trying out new things. At this speed, it's not about beating your opponent or trying to outwork them. It's about learning and taking advantage of having a great sparring partner who will go light with you. And to sometimes just bring the joy back into sparring, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, sparring is pretty much my least favorite thing now in fight camp. I know a lot of people go, well, how could that be? Sparring is so much fun. But when you're going in for hard rounds and you just know I have to push myself to get really tired, I'm going to be working really hard, and it's just not always an enjoyable experience. So when you spar like this and it's just a joy, it sort of rekindles or relights that passion that you have for the sport. I'm not sure what this conversation here was about, but that was a nice front kick from Wayne beforehand. I think I just leaned in, he timed it really well. just in that little shell there. Everything's snug. It's time to get really good at your defense in this type of work. You guys might have noticed that I throw some looping style right hooks which come behind the guard. I like playing around with that in light sparring because you can work extending further and catching people beyond their glove range. And if you haven't already noted Wayne as one of the most beautifully stylistic kickboxers or martial artists that you'll really ever see. Everything he throws looks like it's right out of a textbook on how to have picture perfect technique. It's really fun moving with guys like this because there are no massive surprises in awkward technique. Nice spinning hook kick, so well controlled. So as we wind down this round, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Hope you had fun watching us play. Remember, sparring doesn't always need to be hard. Often it can just be lots of fun. Guys, I will see you back here soon for another episode.